Hello guys, my name is Dark Morsa and this is what happened in the Pokemon Unite Reddit last week. If you're like me and this dude, you are probably one of the unfortunate ones that did not know that the two Mewtwo events, you could have gotten them for around 3 to 4k coins each using the reroll system, which guarantee a higher roll each time. And that reroll could have gotten you a higher number, which would then increase the speed of which you would get the Mewtwo. Please pour one for the people that were actively doing this game every day and did not get the Mewtwo at the end. I'm one of them. Speaking of Mewtwo, during this week, the user at the screen, with a win rate of 70% in the current season using Mewtwo, shared some tips on how to counter Mewtwo. He does give some pretty good advice. Basically, there is not such thing as a counter, but just good players. Defenders and supporters can't beat Mewtwo. Speedsters are food unless you're very skilled, and attackers and all-rounder are fine if you have point-and-click moves and the enemy team is mediocre. TLDR, the better Mewtwo will win. Now, I know that user was trying to sincerely help us how to deal with that menace that is Mewtwo Y, but since everything in the internet is a joke and basically there is no counter to Mewtwo, the Reddit community started making their own posts on how to counter certain Pokemons. For example, Cinderace with a win rate of 38%, Swablu on the screen. So yeah, a lot of posts were trying to mock the user that was trying to help us beat the Mewtwo Y. The posts are hilarious. If you want to give them a read, they're gonna be below this video. Now the next video from the user on the screen is very hard to watch. Take a look. He's playing as a supporter, and from the looks of it, I don't see any teammates around. Now, I get it, I would also want to close the game after that, but if you're gonna play as a supporter, your team expects to be supported. If you want to go around getting objectives, pick an all-rounder, right? In contrast to the last video, look at this beautiful play of this defender defending. Block X speed Snorlax is nothing to mess around in the last 2 minutes of the game. That being said, I could have never pulled this off. I suck at Snorlax. Then, speaking of being bad at the game, please don't be that player. Comic series from the user at the screen is a must read and used as material for the Unite tutorial section, which now, instead of awarding you Crossel, you can now obtain the Seadrite based on the comments. But seriously, don't be that player, especially at the 2-minute mark. Lastly, if you were one of the few ones that were hoping for Blaziken to be the savior of this current metagame, well, I got good and bad news for you. The good one is that Blaziken is not broken and is not an abomination like Mewtwo, stomping the metagame. And the bad news is that Mewtwo Y is still being a pain in the ass. That was all I got for you today. All posts will be linked in the description below. Have a good one, guys.